Good day to you. Firstly, let me apologise. I was back at school, and half of them came in. I've got this cold, I've got this flu, I've got this, I've got that. Who knows what? We're doing our lessons, and I thought, I don't stand a chance here, do I? And guess what's happened? Yep, I've caught something, so I'll try not to sniffle through this, and my voice isn't what it might be. But nonetheless, everything's fine. I saw a comment from David Hoey, who was considering buying the Shure KSM8 or the Beyerdynamic V70d. I got that right. Yes, indeed. And it didn't say all that much. He's going between them, but he said there's a big difference in quality. Don't quite know what quality he means. Actually, just been setting things up, and I think there is a difference in actual quality rather than qualities. So first of all, let's look at the qualities of them. Here they are. Handsome device, that's sure. And the Beyerdynamic. Yeah. Handsome enough. It's very difficult with microphones, isn't it? Really. This was kind of it in the early days. Functionally. It does the job, doesn't it? It's kind of conical. It fits in your hand. It's great. Which is hand-shaped. Right weight. And there's something there to stop it. And protects the... And there you go. People try to come up with different... And the Beyerdynamic M88. Classy, I think. The NC, the original type. So you come up with different shapes and so on. As long as it's functional, they're really just variations on a theme. So, weight. Difficult disc, but I'd say about the same. Maybe the Beyerdynamic just a tad heavier. I think the Beyerdynamic a little bit heavier. Much the same. Let me go on to the Shure KSM8. So what's interesting is that these are in a little way, from their descriptions, kind of opposite. This one, as you may know, excuse me, is designed to... Actually, I'm going to have to go and sort myself out. Just give me a second. So this one, the KSM8, its raison d'etre is to reduce proximity, or the effects of proximity, with a dual diaphragm. That's its main thing. Took them a while, apparently, to do it. It's quite tricky, with enough space and materials, making things robust enough and all the rest of it. Apparently took them quite some time to do it. So that's its a raison d'etre. This one, there were, I don't know if there still are, 2 versions of it, and this is the one with the full proximity. There was one with less proximity. I'm guessing in the transformer or something in there, probably cut the bass a bit, or who knows. Maybe a different diaphragm, don't know. But full proximity in this one. So kind of in that sense, they're kind of opposites to each other. So let's go. Shure KSM8. Shure KSM8. What I notice as soon as I start speaking, quite smooth sounding. I notice the handling noise there. It's not disastrous by any means. Bit difficult with my voice now, because that top area there, something about it quite smooth. Something about it quite smooth. Quite a little bit like that. Something about it is a bit like that, I find. Let me bring it a bit closer there. Bring it a bit closer there. And when I get closer, you do get some proximity. You still get some of that a little bit smooth, plasticky perhaps. Nice enough, I've found. Yeah, I'll bring it closer still, and you get a little bit of that proximity, but not a huge amount going down if I've got any low notes there. It's okay. I wouldn't, I've used it and wouldn't complain. The reduction in proximity does keep things quite clean down there. So you don't get that kind of bluster and boom, old school stuff, which you might do with some of the others. So that's what I noticed with that. That's what I noticed with that. That's what I noticed with that. Moving straight on to the Beyerdynamic. This is the Beyerdynamic. This is the part. What I noticed immediately, that poking through, and a brooding down the bottom end there. Perhaps a bit less handling noise. Not sure. We'll do that in a minute. What do I notice with the Beyerdynamic? Anything else? What do I notice with the Beyerdynamic? Those 2 things really. The top there, a little bit spiky perhaps, and a bit of boom, down there. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. I'm thinking supercardioid because of the... I don't know. It could be wrong. What is it? 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 Very smooth, this one, on the no rejection, very smooth. You have to be really careful. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, wow. What is it? What is it? What is it? I get the feeling this one's cardioid. What is it? 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 Very good rejection at the back there. What is it? What is it? What is it? And then comes on quite smooth around there. Still wondering what this is. Still wondering what this is. So this one you may have to be a little bit careful there. If you move it around a bit, it's already starting to drop off there. And I'm wondering if this one's super cardioid. Just going to look at the breath areas, which I find quite revealing, or not, in terms of speed. KSM8. What's the gentleman's name? Darren Hoey. 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 On this one, when I breathe in, I can hear that spike. Underneath that spike, lower down, I hear more detail. The KSM8's a little bit syrupy over everything I find to my ears. Darren Hoey. Darren Hoey. Darren Hoey. Darren Hoey. Darren Hoey. Darren Ho. 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 Can't really hear. Ho. 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 I feel I can hear. Darren Hoey. Darren Hoey. And there I really can. So yeah, a little bit syrupy I'd find the KSM8. Let's see what I feel like if I just make some noises, if I'm at all capable. What do I hear? The Shure. 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 What do I hear? Nice enough. What do I hear? What do I hear? The buyer. 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 Off. Well, if we're going to sum it up, won't complain at either of them. KSM8, a bit syrupy in a nice way. And of course, not the low end that I'd like, but that may not be a concern for you. And that is that's what it's about. So what are you going to say? The buyer seems to me is faster, is clearer, with a bit of a on the top, which I can do without. And the low end is good. Is it muddy? Is the low end muddy? Yeah, 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 yeah. No. A little bit, but it's not like the SR40Vs or the Earthworks with that kind of absolute firmness and clarity, cleanness down there. But it's not overly muddy. Yeah, it's nicely weighted, and you can control it. One thing somebody suggested, let me do that, is to compare with these mics with the high pass on. Don't know why. He gave a reason, and it seemed reasonable enough. But I can't remember what the reason is. But it's easy enough to do. So I made a note to do it. What am I on? I'm on this one. Here's a high pass filter on the Earthworks. Here's the high pass filter. Let me put them all on. This is the Earthworks with the high pass filter. Earthworks with the high pass filter. Shure KSM8 with the high pass filter. Ugh. Shure KSM8 with a high pass filter. Shure KSM8 with a high pass filter. Beyerdynamic V70d with a high pass filter. Let me bring it closer. Beyerdynamic V70d with a high pass filter. Beyerdynamic V70d with a high pass filter. Shure KSM8 with a high-pass filter. Shure KSM8 with a high-pass filter. Earthworks with a high-pass filter. Earthworks with a high-pass filter. Earthworks back to flat. Shure KSM8 back to flat. V70D back to flat. V70D. V70D. That's what it's got. V70D. That upper bass there, lower mid. V70D with a sort of top. And then the clarity, it is fast, I feel. V70D. That's what the V70D's got. Shure KSM8. Shure KSM8. It's a little bit more, it's cozy enough, isn't it? Anyway, that's enough of all that. So, Darren Hoey, I hope that's helped you, perhaps, with your decision. Of course, important in the decision is going to be price. Ooh, I don't know if it still is, but ooh. So,